Hello everyone, this is Marcy with Creators Call. I'm happy to be hanging out with you guys today. What I wanted to do today first is to do a flip through of this Jingle Bells little miniature journal that I have, and then if there's time at the end, just depending on how we do, I'm going to work on this a little bit. I've kind of got a lot of things arranged and things set up how I want it, so we'll just do a little bit of work in there. So that is our plan for the day. Why don't you guys get yourselves ready if you want to get crafty or get comfy, and we'll be ready to roll right after this. All right, here we go. So this little journal is one that I have been waiting to make. I just thought this book was so stinking adorable when I first purchased it. As you can see, it's very small. It fits in my hands pretty much. The measurements are 4 1/4 wide by 5 and basically 3/8, but you could say 5 1/4. 5 1/4 tall. And I have used a lot of scraps and other things in here, just little bits of this and that, and little pieces of ribbon and fiber trim and just stuff. And I just thought it's turned out so cute, pretty much how I imagined it, which is always nice. You know, sometimes when you get going on a project, you have one idea in mind and then it goes off on its own little tangent and you wind up with something else. So let's take a second and flip through. I basically just kept the story, which is the words to Jingle Bells, but it's got the cutest little, it's got these cute little characters, these little woodland creatures that are the main characters. And then I just tucked in random other things that kind of kept the idea going. So this is just a little flashcard from Mrs. Cog. I used a lot of pieces that I had left over from other projects or that have just been swimming around that I haven't used on anything else yet. And so that's what I decided to put in here. Plus a bunch of just tiny little miniature things, you know. This is a cute little gift tag. I have no idea where I got this. I've had it for ages. Someone on Etsy long ago. This is a vintage gift tag for gift wrapping, and I just made a little pocket here with this tiny envelope. This came from Celeste at Woodland Inspired, and inside of there I just tucked a tiny little Denison sticker. Isn't that the cutest? So that is in there, and then I have it all clipped together with this itty bitty paper clip, which hopefully I can get back on camera. Yes, all right. Anyway. Okay, so here's your to from, or you can put your name in here. This book belongs to, again, just using up stickers and things and bits of trim. Anywhere that I could just carry through the theme of the lyrics to Jingle Bells or just the idea of going on a sleigh ride. This is a gift tag that I got on a gift, and it had the little bell attached, and I thought that was so cute. And then this is just a random thingamajiggy I made ages ago, so I just put this little piece from a paper pad on top. Again, another little item from Celeste at Woodland Inspired. She had sent me some stuff to try, and then when I ordered some things last year for one of my journals, she sent extras, and so I've been hanging on to them. And a lot of them, because they were tiny, I've been waiting to put in this journal. So this is just one of her mini file folders. She put the lace on, and then I just cut this little thing that says Christmas out of the bottom of one of my hymn pages. You know, they always have the section that the hymns are in, and that one was a Christmas hymn, so I just cut it off, put it on there like you've got a label on your file folder. And then this one I believe is from Calico Collage, this one, this printable. So there's just that little ticket there. I wanted it at an angle because it looks cute. Angles are cute. That might fall out. Let's do it the other way. There we go. And then, oh, this was an envelope. So it's decorated envelope from stationery. And then inside, I made it a pocket. So inside I just tucked this tag made from an old greeting card. Put a little fuzzy trim on top. And then on the back half, where this paper clip is, This is just a piece from one of those notepads that they send out from St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and it was a sleigh, or rather a sled with presents, and then I just backed it on some more paper to give it some stiffness, tucked it in there so you can use it like a journal card or a little tag or whatever. And then these are just vintage address labels that I had found at a thrift store at some point. And here's where the actual story starts. Here's a recipe card, an old one from Current. Did some stenciling. I just added random stickers and things from just various things I've collected. This one is a scrap, but this is a piece from Handmade by Lisa, or Handmade from Lisa. I've mentioned her before. Lisa Safried, if any of you have ever ordered from her, and I just made a tuck here, but these are fabric, like double-sided fabric tape that she makes and sells. And then this is a piece from a game, and it has one of the lines from Jingle Bells. I thought that was fun. You could back it and turn it into a journal card. There you go, just playing around there. And then here's another pocket I made. Just a couple of pieces of scrapbook paper glued together, and then another scrap that I just turned into a journal card. And I actually backed it with a piece from a to-do list. You can kind of see it very faintly where it says week of, some lightly lined lines, some light lines. Anyway, and I just slid it in there. Isn't that cute? And I just love the little expressions on the faces of the characters and stuff in this book. Now I'm not going to take this off because these are hard to get on, but this is just a little punch out I had. I folded this piece over, gave it some rickrack, and so this folds out. This is a postcard. They were meant to go in a printer, and I found those at a thrift store, but I love these, and I've coffee dyed that one. Another scrap, and then this one I just made a tab, punched the hole, put in the eyelet, and then I have this little peace charm. It's been rolling around in my stash. Aren't they cute? They're happy, laughing all the way, it says. Ha ha ha. And these guys are out having a little, decorating a little Christmas tree. Here's another piece from Celeste's shop with the mini sacks, and I just made a tag. And then I just had these little random pieces of things, phrases and things. So it says of tinkling bells. It came out of came off of a piece of music, a scrap of music. I did put "This book belongs to" on this tag. So if you wanted to fill that out too, you have another spot to claim your journal. This one just folds up. It's from a notepad, but I made it so that it just slides over the ring. It's got a little wrinkle there, but you can fold it down to write on it and fold it back up. A lot of these were single-sided cardstock scraps, so I was really scrambling to try to figure out how to make them cute. Now this one I'm particularly proud of. It's not even a Christmas scrap, but I love this design. Love the green. And then this was just a random gift tag in my stash. I think I received it on a gift or something, and of course when they're not used or written on, I tend to reuse them. And then I had this fuzzy fiber, stuck it in there, attached the tag with a bulb pin, and I just think that's so cute and fun. Here's another old recipe card from Current. And then on this I just kind of made like a little tab, but this is a punch out. This is something I got from my friend Izzy. And then just scraps and stickers from various things. This is one of those like alteration tags or whatever. I don't remember. They were popular there for a while. You could buy them everywhere, and now they're gone. Guest check, I just folded it up to fit. Made a little pocket on the back of that one. And here's another piece. This is from one of the Mrs. Coggs sets, and if I can remember what it is, I will link it down below. But you can go to her shop and just look through her Christmas printables, because this is a flash card from one of those. I've ordered several over the years, so I can't really remember. There's the other half of that tag that I punched from a card. I just had taken the two pieces from the front. Well, it was one piece on the front. I cut it in half and just made 2 tags out of it. So they kind of coordinate. And I just think this is cute. I'll layer it up on there. Another one of these mini paper clips and another just random piece I punched out of a scrap of cardstock. And I tore the edge on there just for something different. These tiny little Christmas carols are from Calico Collage as well. She's got a set, and they're meant to be journal pages, so you'll get 2 to a page printed on 8.5 by 11, but I shrank them down and did, I wanted 2 pages, I shrank them down like 50% and said 2 to a page, so that I got 4 images basically on a sheet of paper. And I like that size. I had printed them on cardstock, but I love that they had colors. But she had found some very old Christmas Carol book and made copies, turned it into digitals, the pages. So this is just random things, and a stamp, a postage stamp that came on one of our Christmas cards. I love to take these and put glitter on them. I don't know if the glitter is showing in the camera. I'm sitting down, I'm too lazy to get up. Anyway, it's got glitter on it. Then I added that little snowflake to tie in with this paper. This one I love too. This is an old sticker from something else I made a while back. Another one of Mrs. Cog's images. And I just shrank it down, but it says the disappointed snowflakes. And then I just have this snowflake ornament. I'd gotten these at the Dollar Tree a few years back. Crafty Irina had something that she made with these and was cutting them up and using them on projects. And so I went and found them, and I've never made the project, but I still have all those snowflakes. So maybe I should get to that one of these days. This is just a random scrap. It's got some speckles in it, and I just stuck a random sticker on there. Washi tape. This was actually a sticker that came on something I ordered. I think one of Celeste's packages that I had ordered. And so of course I saved those. This gift tag is one that I had actually given somebody a gift. So on the back it has our names. But anyway, I saved it because I love those tags, and it makes a perfect little tuck spot on the side. And then this is another little tiny envelope from Celeste's shop, and inside, let's see, I might need to, hold on. She gave me some printables, or some pieces that she'd punched out, not printables, but die cuts. And these are just these tiny little pieces. Let's see, these are all paper. So amazing. I'll probably never get these back in there, but yeah, these are just paper. Even these little paper clips, these are just heavier, a little bit heavier cardstock. And I will set this aside and put this all back together later off camera, and then I'll tuck it back in there. But that's just a fun little piece. Like I said, I just had all these little pieces I've been saving and little bits of this and that, and it was so fun to put this together and finally have it all done, you know? So this is just a piece of like a collage sheet that I had done with scraps from Christmas papers. So I just put it on the back of the speckled cardstock here. This one flips out. And then just a random die cut piece here. It's a tree, so I added a cute little sparkle for the top, for the tree topper. And this was just a piece from an old scrapbook pad from Hobby Lobby. On this side, this is a cluster I made quite some time ago. I had another one of those little Christmas that I turned into a label, but it was off the bottom of the hymn sheet. So I added this to the front of the cluster, added this, and then this is just a little flash card that tucked inside. Ordered these off of Etsy like 8 years ago, ages and ages ago. I don't remember from who, don't know if that shop is still around, don't even know if I was supposed to use them in journals, but I have them and I am. So there you go. This is the last page. It was the flyleaf. Unfortunately, I accidentally I punched the holes on the wrong side. So this should line up with that like it does on the front cover. But you know what? I think it still works. And then I just put some washi tape here. And then I had this tiny little tag. So I wrote "to from" on it and made a teeny tiny little tie string for it and glued it down here. And then this is one of my other little vintage address labels. And then, like I said, I just tied lots of little fuzzy things to the book rings. So because these are book rings, you can open and close them and take pages out, or if you wanted to add a couple more. It's not too fat, I don't think. It's just the right size. So I will be listing this and putting it in my shop. This is Tuesday evening, so I still have to edit this video. If I can get it done tonight, I will. Otherwise, I probably won't get it in there till like Friday, because Wednesday and Thursday are pretty filled up doing stuff for other people. So anyway, I'll try to get this in there so that you can see it Wednesday. But if not, I won't have it in my shop until Friday, and that'll be going in my Etsy shop. Now, my Etsy shop and my Ko-fi shop, both are linked below. Just click, open the description box. So depending on your device, there may be like a little arrow right below where it lists the title of the video. There's the screen here where you're watching the video, then the title, and then you'll see a little bit like where we start typing the description. And then there should be some way to open that and read further, and that's the description box. That's where all of my links are. So I'm going to put this in Etsy because it's just tiny and probably easier to list it over there. My 2 prayer garden journals are still available over in my Ko-fi shop, however, so if you are looking for those, please run on over and snag one. They're still there. And so I'm trying to get the Etsy shop all cleared out and then sell directly only from my Ko-fi site. So I'm kind of in transition, but I'm running a huge, wonderful sale in my Etsy shop, and I've had a couple people lately come by and purchase things, and one of them was my friend Kimberly. Hey Kimberly, if you're watching, hello. And anyway, so it was very nice to have that. Okay, so where does that go? That goes right there. Perfect. All right, I'm going to clear this away, and then I'll be right back, and we'll just do a little bit in this other journal. This is the binder style Christmas journal that I had told you guys about. I've been working on the story of Christmas. I've got that to a point where I can set it aside for a bit, and starting on this one. This is from the 70s, and my theme, or what I have in mind, is to do a retro 70s inspired Christmas journal. So it's kind of a mix of like Christmas and cooking and family and just 70s. It's kind of a mishmash. So anyway, I had gone through today. I've got a lot of the pages already separated out, and then the extra pages that I'm wanting to add in, hole punch. But then I went through today and was trying to identify the things that I wanted to do on each page. So that is where we will start. So right here, this is a Christmas card that we received from a friend. And so I am going to cover this over. I was a little uncertain. I was trying to decide if I wanted to just make it into a pocket that lays here. Actually, that was one of my ideas, was to just punch it and make it a pocket like this. But I just really love what it says here. So I think I'm going to put just a pocket here, and I'm going to lay it down or glue it to this page so that we can slide something in from the side. And then I have something going on the back side, so we'll have to take care of that too. And I dearly hope I'm in frame. I had to raise the camera up, and now I can't see what I'm doing through the camera. So, Lord willing, I am right where I need to be. No, I am not. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to make a cute little pocket out of scraps. And let's see. Oh, I should do that side, shouldn't I? That's even cuter than this side. Okay. Well, I was going to mark it on that side, but now I will mark it on this side. I hear sirens. Sorry, the window's open. It's still in the 70s here in Southwest Idaho. Just trying to hang on to summer as long as it can. But it's a little warm in here, so I have my window open, but that comes with noise. Now I saw this cool little trick for making the thumb notch, and somebody I was watching, I can't remember who, she doesn't have a little hole punch, so she uses her tab punch to do it. Isn't that clever? So there we go. And where's my glue? I have things falling over. Yeah, I thought that was a really good idea. I wish I could remember who I saw do that. But I don't. Tomorrow I go, let's see, tomorrow's Wednesday as I'm filming, so you're watching this on Wednesday. I'll be helping Camille again in the library. So usually I've been going in on Fridays, but she's had a couple of Wednesdays where the kids are out for various things. Last week they had an incentive party earlier in the day and had early release. And then this week they have something else, I can't remember. So, oh my gosh, I just glued the wrong side. So the upshot of that is that she doesn't have any classes to teach these 2 Wednesdays, which gives us more time to work on getting things done. And I have been learning how to do a little bit of book repair, not a lot. I would love to know how to do that. I think that'd be a great retirement job skill. Now that I've accidentally put glue on here on the wrong side, that gave me kind of an idea, which I am going to run with. Oops, get you on there straight. Anyway, so yeah, I've been learning that. And Peggy, if you're watching, I would love it if you know of places we could go to learn. Her person that's supposed to have trained her and been her mentor has not even come to her classroom to see what she's dealing with. I had to grab my glitter. Sorry about that. Anyway, so this person, she's good about answering when Camille sends her emails, but she hasn't come to actually train her on anything or see the big disaster that's in the back room. And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I think what I will do, this has nothing to do with Christmas, but I filmed some footage of what it's like in the librarian closet. And so I'm going to add that at the end and not go too far with this journal so that this video is not forever long. Okay, so I have to set that aside to dry since I just decided to put glitter on it. But on the back side of this, let's see, what did I want to do? Okay, so I had this piece of vintage wallpaper and I just love the look of it. And so I wanted to put a pocket down here. I went through all my scraps to find the one that had the right colors. This one is probably the best match. And I don't think it really matters which way it goes, but this definitely says more 60s than 70s, but you know, the 60s were hanging on in the 70s. Now what I can do, let's see, if this goes to here, I'm going to just make a little mark so I can see. I think I want that raised up a bit. And if I do that, yeah, I can cut off this top row and it should still, yep, I just wanted more of this image to show. I think that is so cool. So let me trim this. That was no easy task. I have a bunch of stuff sitting on top of my paper trimmer. Okay, because this is a piece of wallpaper, this is gluey, and I always kind of count on that to reinforce the stickiness of it. But I do need to add a little bit more to the stickiness of the glue. You know, it's already got glue, so I figure it's just going to help make whatever I glue it with a little bit stronger and less likely to come off the page. I have no idea if that's actually true, but it makes me feel good to think so. Now I'm going to do this upside down. Oh, the other thing I did to get ready for this was I went outside and spray painted a couple of the tab dividers. I didn't spray paint, I spray glued. Boy, I shouldn't talk when I'm trying to craft because who knows what's going to come out of my mouth. I did some spray glue added wrapping paper to the backs. One of the things I decided to do with this journal is to not, I took out all the tabbed pages, pretty much. I mean, there's a couple of them, one at the front and one at the back. But I decided to take out the tabbed divider pages because usually I take them and I divide up the binder into sections like you saw me do in the last series with the prayer garden journals. And then I kind of treat those like signatures. But I just wanted the continuity of one whole big Christmas journal this time. Now I got glue there. I'm trying to rub it off. It's not working very well. And anyway, so I took the heavier cardstocks and I traced out the dividers shapes on them and turned them into tab dividers, but it just looks more like a cardstock page as you're flipping through. So I kind of like how that turned out. Now let's see, it's pretty much identical, isn't it? Side to side. Okay. Well, I'm going to trim it off right here. Punch another thumb notch, but let's make sure we get it more centered this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the middle. Yeah, so I was really surprised by this tip, but I think it worked really well. I mean, it's got the curvy shape, so why not, huh? I hear my husband out there. Thought he was done for the day, but sounds like he went back into his office. Okay, so we just want to glue this on, and I'm going to punch the hole right now because I don't want to glue where the holes are going to be, so the glue doesn't squish out the other side. I don't know why I'm using this. I got this out to show my friend when I was chatting with her yesterday, and it's still here, so I'm using it. I have been having a ton of fun doing video chats lately. Just so nice. Nice way to visit with somebody, and you know, when they live far away, it's just nice to see their face. Okay, let's line that up. There we go. Uh-oh, not lined up. You were lined up a second ago. I just need it really lined up along the bottom because I can repunch these to line up better, but lining up along the bottom is where we want it to be. Okay, so now, let me cover this. Ah, just got glue on my finger. I found this from a vintage cookbook, and I love this, but I love that it says, "May the spirit of hospitality reach you through the pages of this book." And that's kind of what I'm hoping for with this journal, is that the spirit of hospitality will reach you, from me to you, and from you to the people that you are cooking for. And I'm taking these out because this page right here was kind of my template that I was using for punching. And where did I just put my hole punch? There we go. It's easier. I don't know why. I feel like this one's easier. I mean, it's not much different than the tabbed ones, but there you go. Okay, so let's put these in there. I will go back and reinforce with the hole reinforcers as necessary, so that these are not coming apart. Now, this one and this one I really liked together, so let me hole punch them, because they're gonna go behind this. Make sure we're good. And as much as I love that rough edge, I'm gonna straighten that up. And then I actually was thinking I needed to, yeah, that's pretty much the same size. I'm gonna trim just a little bit off this edge too. And this quote on here, she was a butterscotch sundae of a woman as beautiful as a tulip of beer with a high white collar. I have no idea what that means. But anyway, I liked how it coordinated with this. A butterscotch sundae of a woman, like a tulip of beer with a high white collar. Really? Anyway, I thought it was a good one for a cookbook type journal. I've been waiting for so long to do this. Oh my gosh, I keep dropping pages. Been waiting for so long to do this 70 inspired journal. I'm excited that we're finally there. Now, this is going to go right there, but first I wanted, okay, I have a poem by Christina Rossetti from a children's book. And you know, I want to cover this up because I don't think it really does anything for the book. I will trim this down a little bit, but I wanted to make this into a pocket. I thought I'd put it on the other side, but I'm just wondering. Yeah, no, it's too big. It would cover up the poem. Can't do that. So this should get backed with something neat. I don't know what. Let me tear this down a bit and then I can see how it fits on the page. It didn't tear quite like I want it to, so out come the decollage scissors. So handy. Okay. And take a little off the top. That's what I'm going to tell my hairdresser when I go in on Thursday. Take a little off the top. Actually, she'll be taking it off the ends. And we'll take a little off down here. So I do have a couple of scraps that were just paper and I wasn't sure what to do with them, so they might end up backing this. Let's see. Ah! I just dropped my glittered piece. Oh no. Oh no, it closed. Shoot. Yeah, it fell off. Okay, let's get that off of there real fast. I mean, if it adds a little sparkle, that won't hurt, but I don't want glue lines. Okay, I'm gonna set this in a better spot. I was gonna show you though, here's those 2 tabbed pages I made, and I just used a spray adhesive, and then I have added 70s inspired, this might be a little more 60s, but 70s inspired wrapping paper to the backs, and then I will trim them down and put them back in the binder where they go. But that's a fun little trick that I learned watching Gina over at the Rebookery. So ideally, I should do that with this one too, but let's see, does that even look good before I get crazy here? Yeah, that might work. I think that'll be okay. It's too windy and I got so gluey I can't get it off my fingers. So I'm not going to do more spray adhesive right now. I do it with the thin wrapping paper because it lays down nicer and it doesn't leave bulges under the paper. But this thicker scrapbook paper and stuff is usually okay. See, I'm getting hot because the door's shut. Yeah, now that I've said I want to add that thing to the end, a little part about the librarian's closet, now I don't want to quit. But I've been trying to figure out when I was going to share that with you because it's just so fun. I mean, Aren't we all kind of curious about what's behind the what's behind the scenes in the librarian's office? I am. I've always been. Maybe I'm just weird that way. Maybe you guys aren't as oddly curious as I am, but I've always been kind of curious. One more trimmeroo. And of course I dropped my cutoff piece, so it's just gonna lay down there. I have dinner in the oven, so part of my hurry is that dinner, I mean, it's gonna take at least an hour or more to cook, but you know, you just wanna be ready when it is. Plus I'm gonna be getting hungry. We're having coleslaw, pork ribs. They were supposed to be done on the Traeger, but my husband didn't have time, so we're doing them in the oven. And then what else did I have? We got some cornbread left over from the other day. We had a chili feed at church this week, so. Oh, I like that. Let's ink. For the most part, I'm probably not going to ink in here. However, there are times like this where I feel it helps the edges to stand out. And I don't want to do it in green. I'm afraid it'll clash too much, so I'll just do walnut stain. And we will call that good. This is a page from a little golden book, and it was kind of beat up, and then I accidentally kind of beat it up some more because I couldn't get the pages out. Okay. I don't know if I would reuse the cover or not, truthfully. But it was from the 70s, and some of the artwork, not everything in it was something that I really actually was interested in using, but some of the artwork was good. So next week I do have a project in mind because I want to add something super cool to the cover, and I just didn't have time to get it all prepped and ready today. But I think it's going to really set the tone for this whole journal. There we go. And then on the back, I will cut this out. You know what? I need to back it on something stiff. So I'm wondering if I could just fold it up on itself. I probably can. Yep, I can. Look at that. I'll just fold it up on itself, glue these together, and cut this out, and then this will be the pocket on the back. Isn't that cool? All right, so that is everything we have that we're working on for today. I'm going to take you over and share with you the fun Camille and I were having. This was back in August when she was first had the job and we were first trying to clean up, but we were having a lot of fun. I'm gonna cut to that, and then that'll be it for today. Talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hey guys, so remember when I told you that my daughter got a job for the year as an elementary librarian? Well, I've been helping her organize things, and let me tell you, she has got some of the coolest stuff to play with back here. Of course, there's the guillotine. We all know what that does. But look at this. This is a book binding machine for putting the plastic covers on. Isn't that like the coolest thing? So as we were cleaning out, I knew what some of her tools were for because of junk journaling, and I thought you guys might be a little bit interested to see what they are too. So they've got all of these glues, this bin that breaks when I pull it out, super awesome. Okay. So she has all of these really cool, of course there's rubber cement, and then they've got these really cool archival glues that are for, you know, true librarians. So I guess my astonishment came in that, you know, this isn't just a job where you just read to kids and have fun and check out books and maybe host a book fair, but like this is a real skill, you know, there's some serious expectations here. For instance, I have no idea what this does, but it has a little bag, kind of like an icing tube bag. So maybe it does glue or something. I don't know. I have no idea what that gizmo is, but she's got all these really interesting brushes. Sorry if this is a little jiggly. It's because I'm using my hand. My daughter has run and hid. I don't know why. This is, you squeeze it, the air comes out, and then the brush on the end. So I would think it's for brushing away fine particles and things. And then all kinds of like little sticks and pokey things. I think possibly for getting the glue into the cracks. But it is the coolest setup, guys. Here's a different kind of brush, which I think also goes on that gizmo. What's that say? Mini vac. Oh, it's a mini vacuum. Okay, for vacuuming up the stuff. And she has all the labels for organizing like grade levels and what type of books they are. So she still has to learn a lot about that part. But then she's got this amazing collection of tape and book tapes. And look at a roll of Tyvek, you guys. I'm a little jealous, I gotta be honest. See, this is Tyvek hinge tape. It's about 1 inch wide. Okay. And you all know we love our Tyvek for reinforcing our spines. I have not seen the mesh tape, you know, like you see in the actual spines. But there are all kinds of other tapes here. I don't know what this is. I think I looked at it. I think it was just like a clear, yeah, it's a clear plastic tape. And then there's double-sided tape. There's all of these little guys. So I very cleverly put the ones I found first on this book ring so she can have them all in there together. We've been doing tons of cleaning and organizing. So back here, see, premium bond book tape, easy bind repair tape. I mean, be still my heart. I know you guys feel the same way. A ginormous thing of Elmer's. I just thought you guys might be interested to see some of the tools of the trade. For instance, what do these gizmos do? I have no idea. I'm guessing it's for like wrapping corners or spines, maybe reinforcing the spine. And then she's got, you can't see these very well on camera, but all of these clear corner wrapper things. And then they've got this template here because apparently they have to do this a lot. So there are some that we found made out of contact paper and these templates for cutting them out depending on the size of the book. See, look at that. She's got waxed paper down here and of course contact paper for book covering. And then this is empty. Hold on a second. This crazy stuff in all sizes. There's 10-inch wide or tall, 14-inch tall, and 16-inch tall. But this is the film that they cover. And there's the paper backing. So you know how we're busy taking all that off when we're trying to make our journals. Here's where you put it on. All right, I'm gonna admit to a little bit of envy over this long arm stapler. I mean, what bookmaker, journal maker, librarian doesn't need a long arm stapler? I do. I just need one in my everyday life. We found this big roll of something that looks like contact paper. We're not sure how long it's been there, if it's even a usable object, but you know, it's interesting the things you find in the librarian's closet. Another thing I wanted to point out was that there's this whole little box here that you see is called replacement cover pages, and what they are is blank and already processed fly leaves so they can use them to repair books, just like we all have in our stash. I'm really excited. I hope I get to learn how to repair books too. So this whole stack right here, let me move those baggies. This stack right here is all books that the last librarian left to be repaired. So let's see if I can do this without showing the name of the school. You put your hand on there, on the barcode up there. Right there. I think that's all. But these are the kinds of things. Look, so this has come apart. And so she's going to have to learn how to hinge it back together. And some of these are just super shabby, the covers. Like, how are you realistically expected to repair that? Yeah, that one definitely has water damage. Yeah, buy a new one. So this one has contact paper on the cover for preserving it. And then like That, not that one. There was one that was super shabby.
They gave us extra copies to replace
Save to replace
bad ones,
oh.
but some of these are really bad
Hold
too.
on, let me see.
It's like replace it with
Replace
this.
it with a less bad
No.
one. Here's my daughter, my lovely daughter, the librarian, who's actually studying to be a counselor.
I don't know how to be a librarian. But we're gonna find out.
Yeah, okay guys, so I just hope you found that as fascinating as I did. I'm just delighted that I get to be in a librarian's world for a bit, and we've been cleaning out like maniacs, still lots to do. So